Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie Colours. Thank you so much for joining me. I am back with episode 32 of my full book colour along in RJ Hampson's gorgeous book Awake. This one is, for some reason it hasn't printed off the bottom. Hold on a second, let me get the name. Pirate Gold. Sorry about that. So after last week's palaver with the paper, I have tried to order some Transitote Perfect colouring paper, but I cannot get it for another few weeks. So I have printed this one out on some Lawn Fawn cardstock. It's ultra thick cardstock. My printer did not like it. I don't think I'll be able to use it again. I'm hoping it will make do for the time being. Yeah, I'm really hoping that my Transitote paper turns up soon. I apologize. I spent the whole video last time complaining about the paper quality. But yeah, here we are. We'll try this Lawn Fawn cardstock. Hopefully it will work a little bit better. Not sure what I'm going to use next week because like I say, this did not, you can see down here, did not want to go through my printer. My printer complained about it, so I don't think I'll be able to use it again, but let's see how we go today. So this one looks lots of fun. We've got our pirate, our parrot, our little crab here, and we've got lots of little coins spilling out from our pirate chest here. He looks very happy with himself. So let's dive in. I'm going to start with his hat and his boots, which are going to do a black kind of color combination. So I've got NG09, NG07 and CG070. Let's see how it goes. Can't be any worse than last week. That paper was awful. Okay, so I'm going to start with my NG09. So this is not black, it's a very dark grey. It's not black. I really don't like colouring with black. I prefer to use greys and get that kind of gradient to black, if that makes sense, but they are very dark greys, so they probably appear almost black on the screen. But yeah, this paper is just working so much better already. It just feels so much better. So small mercies. I didn't think I could handle another video of trying to work with that awful paper that I had last week. What a difference it makes, eh? Like, it just goes to show. Okay, so I'm just kind of like shading that in. It is fairly dark, but it's not completely black. Yeah, let's do his boots. I'm going to do his boots in the same color. So you could even add a slightly lighter shade of gray here if you wanted, but I just kind of picked these ones out. You can't have a pirate without a black pirate hat, can you? Just doesn't work. So let's add that lighter grey in there and just blend it out a bit. Oh, it's nice to be working on some better paper. Okay, I'm going to do the soles in this lighter colour as well, just so they stand out a little bit from the darker colour that we've used. I'm going to do I am going to do the roll. I mean, you could do the boots brown if you wanted to. I just decided to do them black since I had the black colours out. I'm going to do this kind of roll of the boots in the same colours. Like I say, these are very dark greys. You probably can't notice much of a difference on screen, but if I hold it up, hopefully you might be able to see. There's a slight contrast between the darkest and the lightest, and what I'm going to do is just go back in with that darkest colour and just kind of emphasize where I've put those shadows, just to kind of make it stand out a bit more. Okay, let's do this one. How do we want to do this? Kind of making up as I go along, to be honest. Hoping for the best. Normally what I do with these pages is just kind of wing it a little bit, and generally it works out okay. I'll just go back in with that darkest one again and just really emphasize those shadows. There we go, and that is all I'm going to do in the black. Hoping that's straight for you. Hopefully I keep knocking it around a bit. Okay, let's do let's do his trousers next. So I've got some blues here. I've got BG64, PB8 and B070, and I'm gonna do his trousers in this kind of color. I guess I don't know. What color do pirates' trousers? Are they not? It's probably normally black, to be honest, aren't they? But anyway, we're doing them blue. We'll do them blue. Just a little bit of the darker marker in there. Blend it out with the lighter one. He looks like quite a cheeky chappy, doesn't he? With his treasure chest. Perhaps he's off to buy some rum. Done his hard day's work and now he's off to celebrate. I just love RJ Hampson's artwork. He's so fun. He has he's just got a great sense of humour. I'm just going to get that lighter marker out again and just blend it out a little bit more. And then yeah, maybe just going with the darkest again and going back and forth a bit today. And then the mid-tone again. Okay. While I've got these blues out, I'm going to do a little bit of my parrot in these blue colours as well. So we're going to do his head in this blue. I think we're going to do his body in this blue as well. Okay, my apologies, I keep getting interrupted today. So let's carry on with our parrot here. Just going to go in with the PB8. Yeah, I think I might do a little bit here as well. Oh, I'm getting my markers all around the wrong way. Right, let's go in with the lightest marker. Okay, let's get some reds now. I have R8, R6 and R160 here. These are my favourite reds. I love this red combination. And I'm going to do the rest of my parrot in these red colours. So let's just do one wing at a time, I think. They're nice, really vibrant, vivid red colours, these ones. I think they work quite nicely for a parrot. I was thinking of doing my parrot in yellows and greens as well, but I wanted to use the reds and blues on other parts of the page, so I figured I'd just use these colours and then I could use them throughout the page. I tend to like keeping my pages at fairly limited colour palettes rather than pulling in at loads of different colours, although on these pages I think anything works really, whatever makes you happy. But yeah, it's just kind of a bit of a habit of mine now, is just to go with quite a limited palette. So I figured since I was using the reds on other parts and the blues on other parts, I would just stick with those colours rather than pull anything else in. I think it works okay. It's nice and bright. I'm going to do the little bits on his little combs on his head and the reds as well. And then I don't know if it's unusual, but I'm going to give my pirate a red waistcoat. It's probably unusual, but I don't know. I've got them there, so that's what I decided to do. Give him a red waistcoat. And like I say, you can choose whatever you want. It's just a bit of fun. Let's go under his arm a little bit here as well. Yeah. I'm going to use a lot of gold gel pen on this page as well, because you know, a pirate with his treasure, he needs lots of gold. I'm not too worried if I go over the lines a little bit. It's probably going to get covered up anyway. Just going over that lightest area a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to add a little red stripe to his trousers, just to make it all tie in a little bit. Kind of sailory colours, aren't they? Reds and blues. Okay, right. The little crab, he needs to be red as well. I knew there was somewhere else that I needed the red on here. So let's do him. He's so cute. I love this little character. I love RJ's little characters he has. They have such fun little expressions. They're super duper cute. There with those little legs. Oh. Done the wrong colour, sorry. Right, let's go over that bit with the darker marker. Oh, I'm all of a fluster today. Things are not going to plan. Never mind, it's okay. Let's go in with that R6. Just pull that out a little bit further. And now finally with the R160. So cute. Okay, let's do, oh, I've missed a little bit of his waistcoat here. Kind of, you can just see the front of it here. So let's fill that bit in while I've got those reds out. Okay. Right, let's do his skin next. So I'm hoping these colours are going to work for his skin tone. I'm not 100% sure, but I've got E220 and R080 here. Well, let's give them a go. So I'm going to start with that E20, which is a bit of a, it's got a bit of a brownish tone, but then the R080 is a little bit pinkish. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try. What's the worst that can happen? I don't think it's too bad. It's maybe a little bit too different from each other. But if I blend it in enough, it might look okay. I do struggle a little bit with skin tones in these Ohuhu markers. I'm too used to my Copics and I just know exactly which colours to reach for on my Copics. So when I get my Ohuhus out, I'm kind of a little bit lost. I haven't coloured that many skin tones in with my Ohuhus yet, so yeah, I think that's okay. I'll do his ear here, the back of his neck. I think this is going to be his arm. It's a little bit hard to tell, but I think that's what it is. And obviously he's got his little anchor tattoo there. His fingers, and then we'll blend this out. I think you just kind of got to really work over those those lines to get it to blend out nicely and not look quite so odd. And again, this cardstock still doesn't work quite as well as my Transit. I'm so spoiled with my Transitope Perfect colouring paper. It's a bit harder to get a nice blend on this paper, but it works okay. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, it's kind of got a little bit of belly showing here, I think, so we'll colour that in as well. Let's do his hair. So again, his hair's a little bit of an experiment. I've got Y9 and E240. Let's see how it goes. I kind of wanted like a bit of a sandy, blondie kind of colour, so let's see how this works. Well, it might be a bit too dark. Let's have a look if I add that again. It might work. It might work okay. Could have gone with like a greyish colour, couldn't you? Make him look a little bit like a Santa Claus beard, but yeah, I think this will be okay. I think I just need to add a couple of layers of the darker marker in to emphasise those shadows. I might even go back again one more time once it's kind of dried in and settled in a little bit. This is the lighter marker, so I'm going to start with that. So, I mean, there's not a huge amount of difference between these colours, but I'm going to start with the lighter one on this one. And again, I'm not doing anything fancy with this, I'm just kind of keeping it fairly simple. Okay, then I'm going to bring the darker marker in and add my shadow. Just doing it around the other way for a change, which I don't normally do, but every now and then it kind of works. So yeah, figure out what works best for you. Okay, I'm going to leave that for a minute, then I'm going to come back in with this marker in a sec once it's kind of dried in and settled in, and I'm going to add some more shadow. So now I'm going to go into my treasure chest. I'm going to use some brown markers for that. So I've got YR9, YR10 and Y145. So I'll get them around the right way. What have I got? Yeah, oh, okay. These are all from the skin tone set, so the brush end is on the opposite end to what I'm used to. That makes sense. So I'm starting with that YR10 and kind of laying in my shadows. Kind of not done a very good job of that yet, but that's okay. Figuring out where it's going to go, and again, I'm not too worried if I go over the lines here because I'm going to add some gold gel pen to this, which will kind of smooth everything out a little bit. Okay, and with that YR9, kind of just leaving a little bit of room for that lightest marker on this because it's a treasure chest. It's quite a dark brown, I think. Okay, and I'm going to go back in with that YR10 again. Emphasize where I want those shadows. That'll do. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Right, I'm going to pull in that Y9 again and go back to the hair and just kind of add in another layer of a shadow. So Sometimes just leaving it until it's dried a bit really helps with that. Okay, what's left? I need to do my parrot beak, which I'm going to do in NG07. These are the same markers that I used on the boots and the hat, and the CG070. Oops. I can hold on to the marker. Give him a little grey beak. And then his belt, I'm going to use those same browns. I should have just kept them out, shouldn't I? So I'm going to start with the, I mean, there's not much room here, so let's just do it YR10. There's only a small amount of space for the belt. Okay, and then, yeah, everything else. I think I'm going to pull out my gold Sparkle Pop pen. This one is nearly empty, but I do have a backup, so if it runs out, that's okay. So I'm going to definitely do this bit on the treasure chest with this. I think that will look cool. I love the Sparkle Pop pens. They've got so much like nice shiny glitter in them, and they really shine and sparkle and pop, as the name would suggest, Sparkle Pops. They work really nicely and they go on really smoothly. Never have any issues with these pens, so I do really like them. Okay, we're going to do his belts. He's a nice blingy pirate. He's got lots of sparkle and shine on him. His buttons, for sure. And obviously the little coins that he's dropped along the way. Gold doubloons. Give this page just some nice shine and sparkle. Okay, and now being ultra careful not to, actually, I'm going to do something with that hat. Do I want to do it? No, I don't know now. I'm going to give his hat some blue trim. I was like, what colour am I going to do it? So being careful not to smudge the Sparkle Pop I've just put on. I'm going to go back on with those blues that I've used on everything else, and I'm starting with the lightest marker, which is B070, and I'm going to lay that in first all over this trim of the hat. I thought about going red, I thought about going blue, I thought about doing it gold. I just ended up going with the red. With the blue even, not the red, with the blue. And I'm just going to add some of the darker marker along little bits where it might be a little bit more shadowed. Blend it out with that mid-tone. Then I might just come in with that lighter marker again and just spread that out a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. I think it would look quite good with the red as well, probably with the gold too. Take your pick. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my white Posca here just to finish everything off. And again, just be careful you don't smudge all the gold that you've already put down. So I'm just going to turn my page slightly so that I don't do that, because I am notorious for smudging stuff. I'm going to add a little bit of white gel pen or white paint pen detail to everything to make it look, I don't know, just like the way it looks. It gives it a bit of a pop. Let's add some to our parrot's wings here. I've been having trouble with my gel pens lately, so hence the reason I decided to go with my paint pen. Good old trusty Posca seems to work well regardless, so I think that looks a bit weird, but never mind, that's okay. A little bit on his comb here. That'll do for my parrot. I'm gonna, sorry, I know this is rather annoying. I'm gonna turn it again. I'm absolutely paranoid about smudging all that gold. I think it's pretty much set, so. Do some on his hair. Some on the pirate treasure chest. A little bit on his vest here, on his trousers. Definitely on his boots, they'd be nice and shiny. Don't know if pirates polish their boots, but anyway, we'll give them some. And then a little bit on our crab. Just to finish off, and yeah, I think we'll call that quits. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So there we have it, and that is our, what did I say it was called? Pirate Gold. Pirate Gold page all completed. I had fun with that one. It was much better than the last page I did with that awful paper. Yeah, another completed page. That's awesome. So I hope you enjoyed that one today, and I hope you'll come back and join me again soon. Take care, everybody, and happy colouring. Bye.